What's going on, everybody? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? You big JJ the Boss or you little JJ the Boss? Which one are you? You left-handed? Which one are you?
Big.
You big. Big what? If you're going to hit somebody, show me what you going to do. You better not hit them, boy. If they ain't did nothing to you, you better leave them alone. Be good. Be a lover, not a fighter. Man, I wish you wouldn't have been left-handed. You might not have been crazy like your daddy if you'd been right-handed. You left-handed. You crazy like your daddy. What you think? Boy, you going to beat the system. I'm going to teach you. You're going to be somewhere sitting behind the desk. My dream is for him to be a school teacher. That's what I want you to be. He should be I tell Midget all the time, I said, if there's any such thing as breeding and the kid take after the mom or the daddy, he should for sure be a race car driver. And mama and daddy, but he probably end up being a cheerleader. All right, y'all. Hey, check us out. The whole point of this little live feed and interview, I don't trip. You know, I got my hands full trying to keep up with these little bad, ugly kids I got and trying to keep the big head midget lined out and all that. But all of the racers are calling me every day, every night. Every racer, street outlaw, they're calling me, hey, why is Nola lying to the fans? Why is Nola tricking the fans, making them believe this and believe that? Why is Nola crying and whining to the fans and making them believe a pack of lies? It's what all the racers are telling me. Hey, Nola knew the rules just like we did. Everybody studied blowing my phone up, all the racers that was there in Fastest in America. And they just like, man, they're really upset that Nola's telling a pack of lies and making the fans believe something, really making the fans out to be idiots and dummies because they're telling them a pack of lies. And then the fans are speaking on something that ain't truth, thinking they know the truth. So the racers are really upset. A lot of, they've been blowing my phone up, calling me saying, hey, why is Nola doing that? It's going to give all of us a bad rep. If I get on here and I tell y'all a pack of lies and mislead y'all and all that, then y'all go and speak on it, you look like idiots. And that's something I ain't going to never do. You know what? I might do a lot of things, but I ain't gonna tell you no pack of lies and make you speak on something and make you out to be an idiot. And that's exactly what they done. And all the racers are mad, blowing my phone up, calling me, hey, why is Nola doing this? Why is Nola doing this? They knew exactly what the rules was. So I called a lot of them firsthand, letting y'all hear them. I got another one, and y'all gonna know who she is. I don't call her by a name. I love to make her mad. She gonna argue. She gonna talk 9 kinds of trash. But she probably as crazy and as street as anybody. I can give her that much. I'm gonna let y'all talk to her. Y'all gotta bear with me. I got all these kids. I'm gonna try to get a hold of her. Y'all gonna like her. She gonna talk 9 kinds of stuff. Y'all gonna know who she is. Get ready. Another interview today. Ooh-wee, how are you doing, Miss Mary Beth?
What's up, boss man?
I'm just trying to hold it down here in Memphis. I got you on live feed, so don't say nothing that ain't the truth or you believe in, because the whole world listening.
Okay.
What you doing? How's Kentucky treating you?
Well, Kentucky's good. I just got back in town. I've been in Arkansas all weekend, but it's good to be home.
All right, nothing wrong with that. Hey, we talking, all the racers that's been calling me, they're upset because Nola is telling a pack of lies, and I can't believe, I ain't gonna say Nola. I'm gonna back up from that, and I want to correct that. Scott Taylor and Crybaby, he's been crying and whining, which the world's known that already, but Scott Taylor got on there and said that I only gave them a certain amount of time to line up. They didn't have time to tune their cars. Then all the fans are repeating that, making themselves out to be idiots, by false led information. And
absolutely.
What was your experience with the Fastest in America? Did we all agreed? How did it start off? Tell me this.
Well, here's what I know. We all signed up for the same deal. We all got the same set of rules. We all got the same set of specs for our cars. We got to show up and do what we got to do. That being said, you all know that Some of us brought knives to gunfights, but that's okay. We came to play anyway.
Right.
We all got the same rules. Every one of us had the same rules. We showed up on the street. We had a driver's meeting. You come in as the race master. You laid all the rules out for everybody.
And did I change anything?
I
Did I
if they
change?
understand that we was racing on the street or not, but we was racing on the street.
Did I change any of the rules on anybody, or did I do anything dishonest towards anybody? When I made those rules as the race master, did I stick to those rules and honor those rules? I moved the starting line up. Hold on one second, baby, please. I moved the starting line up, and we all agreed at the semifinal and the final. And we done that.
Exactly.
And we done that. I moved it up for Black Sheep Mafia and NOLA when they raced. That was a semifinal. Then the final was Memphis. I moved it up, and
if you hadn't, we'd have been racing on a track, boss. Let's be real.
And with that being said, who you think had the most test passes on that road out of everybody? What team had the most test passes?
NOLA tested when they wasn't supposed to be tested. NOLA tested when they could test. NOLA raced against their own people to get paid for grudge races, because we all know that Cry Kelly's a broke bitch. He need every dime he can get. He don't even pay his bets. We don't even want to get started on how he don't pay his bills.
Why you say paying the bet? Tell me your experience with that now.
Well, I mean, when we lined up on the street the night of the driver's meeting, everybody was talking what they was there for and what they planned on doing, and I simply said I would bet anybody here any amount of money that they could come up with that on the very last day I would still be standing on them streets. And he stepped forward with his confident self, because he thinks he's somebody, and said, I'll take that bet, and offered me an amount of money and shook my hand on it. And I told him, that's fine. We're going to pay that bet. He said, no, you don't understand. He said, you don't know me. I said, no, bitch, everybody know you. You cry about everything. Problem is, you don't know me. You're going to pay the bet. You know what he said? I'm not paying that bet. This ain't a race. This ain't a grudge race. I didn't tell him I was going to beat him.
Right.
I told him I was still going to be there.
Right. He made a bet.
He got hustled by a female, and it embarrassed him. And as usual, he didn't pay his bet or his debt.
Here's the only thing what I got going on with him, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know Kai. He gonna cry and whine. He's always done that. Kai, you can, like I said before, here's what I said. I said, Kai, you can tell him, you could call him today and say, hey, he's cool, he's nice, I ain't got no problem with him. But you can call and say, he's one of them people, that you can call and say, I'm gonna give you $3 million. He gonna say, oh man, can I get $4 million?
It ain't enough.
It ain't enough.
Kelly is spoon to mouth. When the spoon ain't in his mouth, he ain't happy. He need to be walking around with a pacifier in his mouth all the time.
Yeah, but then Scott Taylor got on there. He's my hero. I love Scott. And he got on there and said that I gave him, he wrote on the internet and lied to the fans and told them that I gave him an X amount of time just for NOLA and had made them line all their cars up and they had to come and race. Is that not a both?
That's a bald-faced lie for all of us that was standing on the street. I mean, every team that was still there on the last day, and most of us was just to see the outcome, that's a lie. And for Scott Taylor, who I feel like is a pretty stand-up dude,
yes,
to be talking some mad, crazy shit like that, that's insane, because he knows better.
Right. And the only reason I'm tripping, like, I don't care. I ain't worried. I can keep my life is, I messed the first part of my life up, running wild and crazy, and the Lord bless me. I got a great wife, Midget, now. I got a second chance at life, and I got these new kids, my 4 little kids with her, and I spend a lot of my time with my kids and family, and I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely.
I don't get on to all of this and try to, wrestle and argue with the world, but all of the racers just blowing my phone up saying, hey, NOLA's lying to the fans. NOLA's doing this. Once the fans find the real truth, we don't want them to hold us accountable for what NOLA's doing. So I said, what?
Here's the facts about street racing. When we go street racing and it ain't being filmed, we might be at 3 or 4 different spots a night to keep the law off of us. If you ain't used to switching up your starting line, you ain't a real street racer.
Right. 100%.
Those are facts. That's a fact. We might have to move the road 4 times a night just to keep from going to jail and getting our shit impounded. So if he can't do that, 1, he ain't no street racer, and 2, switching up the start line, they agreed to everything.
They was there and made the same
meeting. They were in the same meeting everybody else was in. Now that you lost and you got your shit handed to you again twice, which must be really fucking embarrassing, I'm gonna tell you. Once you've done that, and you still can't beat JJ the boss on the street, a real fucking street, starting line and all, you're going to start spreading bullshit? Well, that tells you right there what kind of people they are, and I wouldn't deal with them no more.
Right. I wasn't tripping on them, like me personally, but all the racers just started calling, telling me, hey.
Because we was all there and know know what the facts are.
Right. And I understand y'all deserve it.
Wondering, I mean, it's JJ the boss. When everybody out there saying they cheated, and all of us know better, we're going to wait for you to respond because we know that they're telling bullshit lies.
Right, absolutely.
The world's going to wait for you to respond with the truth because for all of us that was there, all 10 teams of 100 plus people, there was 500 people there. We all heard the same shit. You got one team out of all the teams saying that you cheated and broke the rules and changed the rules. Well, that right there ought to tell you that is a lie because they're the only ones squawking that shit. Why? Because they lost again.
Right.
They're in their feelings and their pride is getting to them.
You know, I said, I as a man and as a street racer, because, in the street racing world, I don't care if you're male, female, I don't care what race you are, what size motor you got. In the street racing world, at that given moment, everybody's got the same opportunity. And I beat a lot of people that I knew I couldn't beat, and I've got beaten by people that I felt like I knew I could beat. That's part of street racing. That's racing.
That's freaking racing.
Yeah, that's racing. You know what I'm saying? And, if you claim something, if you claim to be a street racer, then, be a street racer. And one thing about street racers is, hey, we're not crybaby whiners, and we're not going to tell you a bold-faced lie because it's dangerous. In the streets, your word is your bond, as I always say.
Exactly. It's just like this thing I say all the time. If you say it, you pay it. That's why I tell the milk jug. If you say it, and you're going to tell a man you're going to pay him X amount of dollars, you better pay it. You better have that money in your pocket.
Absolutely.
If you lose, you're going to pay it. And if he gets done kicking your ass, you're going to come home and get an ass kicking.
Absolutely.
Because that's the way shit rolls. You get killed for stuff like that in the street.
Absolutely.
You can't go around making up lies and telling bullshit rumors when everybody knows you're the only one saying that is Nola. Nola's the only one talking bullshit out of all 10 teams that were there. Hell, there was 12 teams there to begin with.
Absolutely. And Nola was the only one got on the Facebook and made a post and said, when we say Nola, we really don't need to convict Nola. I was saying really Nola didn't do it. It's Crybaby and Scott Taylor are the ones that got on there. Kyle. And
I don't put nothing against Cry because that's all he does is bitch and whine and cry. He's the biggest female on the street we got.
Absolutely.
But Scott Taylor, I can say that kind of shocks me because I think Scott's a stand-up dude.
Me too.
But if he said that, that's a lie. That is a bald-faced lie.
Man, he got on the Facebook and made a post, the man did, and that's what stuck me, when everybody's calling me saying, man, he got on the Facebook and said that you gave him an X amount of time. You made him. I made him, gave him an X amount of time.
Grown-ass people, ain't nobody going to be made to do nothing. You can walk away anytime you want.
Yeah, how's somebody gonna? He said I line them up and made them give them X amount of time. They couldn't tune their cars.
That's a lie. And if you got a grown-ass man as big as Scott Taylor standing there, and you got somebody telling me that somebody made him do something, and he didn't have the balls in his britches to go, nope, I ain't doing that, and walk away, that's a sad thing to admit on the internet for the world.
Absolutely. And the bad thing, I understand where y'all coming from. I never said nothing, and I wasn't going to feed into it because I know it wasn't the truth, so I really wasn't going to entertain it. But, all the racers from all over the world are blowing my phone up saying, hey, boss, these teams are Nola or Scott Taylor and Crybaby are lying to the fans, and then the fans are believing it and saying this and saying that and making themselves out to be idiots. Hey, we don't want them to think that all of this is a bunch of lies like they're spreading.
And that's why you got to come on here and set the record straight, especially when you calling people that, we was all there. We all know better. It would be one thing if, and I won't trust what you say until it ain't true, but for you to get on there and say, look, this is how it went down, but not ask all the other people that were there. We all got fan pages. We all got Facebook. We all know none of the other teams on this whole deal out of 12 teams said anybody cheated and took anything from them other than their win and their loss.
Right. If
the
they would have
ones on there blasting that shit is Kai Kelly and Scott Taylor. Well, if their fans can't see that right there, they ain't paying attention.
Right.
Because if everybody, hell, the starting line got moved on Black Sheep Mafia. Brent Self and Adam Plunkett, they wasn't bitching. What about Byron and Jordan? None of them said nothing. They didn't get cheated. They agreed to the same shit.
You know what?
Here's what. Nobody on that street got more test time than Nola. And I'm going to tell you, Kentucky was a little pissed off about it, but they done what they wanted to do when they got there. And for them to do what they want to do and then back it up and say, we was made to do something, that's a fucking lie.
Absolutely. You know what I said? And you know who I respect, and she don't know nothing about the street, but she's trying to learn and she's trying to figure it out. Lizzie ain't got on there and told one lie, and she ain't said nothing. You agree?
She comes from a situation where they ain't gonna allow that bullshit. I mean, Pat, she got more sense than that, and she got more respect for herself than get on there and play that game.
I agree. Pat ain't gonna go for that. If he gonna make a stand,
Pat ain't gonna go for that. He's a stand-up, respectable dude. That's his daughter. They got a lifelong business. They ain't gonna get on there and trash their own reputation to play along with this little kid, who, by the way, probably wouldn't even have a fucking car part if it wasn't for his girlfriend.
Right.
Ain't no telling how much money he owe her.
Mary Beth going hard, y'all. I can't go hard to Mary Beth, but she gonna keep it gangster.
If I could put my Facebook shit that he sent me on here, people would lose their mind. If Discovery would play that one little piece of information where he bet me, when he stepped forward and wanted to bet me, he would lose every fan he ever had, and somebody would send him somewhere to get some changes to his body, because he's straight up female.
So what did he do? What went on now? Tell me what to. So you saying that?
When I came back, I mean, after he approached me and wanted to bet me money, and then backed out of it when he realized he got his ass hustled and wouldn't pay me, and we had words. He got on Facebook and he sent me all kind of stupid shit, telling me to don't be putting nothing on his name. He's a stand-up, respectable guy. You don't know nothing about my finances. Everybody know about your finances. If you ain't got nobody borrowing money from Kai, you ain't making the fucking rent.
Right. You know, I was
and I know that ain't got nothing to do with you, and out of respect for you and the whole situation, I let that shit lay in Wyoming. But he know he owes me money. He knows he ain't no good. He know he a liar.
You know what a lot of people does in the world? Like, if they owe you money, they'll make you out to be the bad person, and that way they can't have it. Yeah, that's the oldest trick. That's the oldest trick in the book. If they borrow some money from you, they'll borrow some money from you, and then they'll make you out to be the bad person. That way they don't have to pay you back.
Yeah, what are you doing expecting me to pay you back? I shook hands on a bet. What do you mean that wasn't a lock-in? I ain't paying that.
Right.
Whatever.
But your experience.
When he don't get his way, he starts crying. That's why they call him Cry Kelly. They've been calling him that shit for years, because he is a baby. He is a spoon to mouth. If he don't got the spoon in his mouth and somebody doing it for him, he is going to cry. Right.
You know, here's what I'm saying. In Fastest in America, and I'm just saying this because, you know, all the racers are calling, wanting me to, get this on 100 and keep it real for the fans, because we spend our life, put our life on the line. It's a lot more goes into this than the fans really actually know, you know what I'm saying? And
they have no clue, and that was a legit race right there.
And, you know what? I don't talk, I kick it with you. And if I get ready to race you, I never talk to you. I don't tell you I ain't going to do this or I ain't going to do this. I try to win.
Absolutely. We go to win. Who's going to get up there and agree to, I'm not going to jump, or I'm going to sit, or...
But then turn around and jump you. They done that.
You have to play by the rules.
They done that to Black Sheep Mafia. Then they turned around and jumped them.
Yeah. They went up and did a hand, which, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think the world of Brent Self, and Adam Plunkett is straight up stand-up guy. Him and my boy is good buddies. But I ain't going to trust you to agree to something like that with me. I'm not going to go to that start line and us make an agreement and think that that's real, because we both came to win.
Right.
We're not making no side deal. We might split the pot at the end if we close buddies.
If we could.
We don't have to be like blood brothers or something for me to want to share the money.
But I'm
not going to go up there and agree to lose, probably. Take a chance on losing so that you can win anyway, much less on national TV.
Right. It's one thing about the street and in this underground world, that's what you notice they didn't say that stuff in the street, because they probably would have got socked in the mouth by somebody, because in the streets, they hate you to cry and whine. Hey, you got to be...
You can't go to the street and do that. You can't go to the street and lay down like that, because they'll run right over you.
Right, absolutely. So I'm going to jump off here, and your experience with Fastest in America, we made the rules. Don't you agree? All of us made the rules.
Absolutely. We all agreed to everything, every team out there, and the only freaking team bitching, whining, and crying is Kai Kelly and obviously Scott Taylor. And that's some bullshit right there.
Right.
Because if it was cheating, wouldn't we all be saying it? Wouldn't we all be shouting that shit from the rooftops?
Every team.
At least that would make us look better when we lost.
Absolutely.
We lost because we got cheated. Well, if I lose because I get cheated, it's because I was too stupid to keep the cheat off of me.
Ooh, wait,
and I ain't going to say nothing about it.
You ain't going to blame it on nobody, huh?
Hell no, I'm going to take my lumps, go home, try to figure out how to do it again next time. And know this, when I come back, I'm coming and I'm going to cheat you.
Right. You got to do, like you said, I've always said it 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look here. The streets, you can't babysit nobody. And Nola had, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to start off to say this. you know what? Memphis can race. I could race Kentucky. I could beat you tonight. Then guess what? Tomorrow night you might beat me. You might beat me the next 10 times. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing.
Either way, we're going to kick it with each other. We ain't going to be trying to destroy each other's lives by telling some dumb shit.
Right. Tell old pack of lies. I don't care. You know, because that's what they're doing to the fans is telling that because the fans, you know, it don't hurt me. It's not bothering me, but it's hurting the fans because the fans sit and they speak on that after hearing Nola tell them lies. Then the fans, it's ruining the fans. You know, it's messing them up.
Oh, it definitely is. And, you know, Nola's got their set of fans. JJ got his set of fans. Texas got their fans. But there's people that are fans of everybody. And he's hurting himself as much as he's hurting you or anybody, the show, anything. Everything you do that's stupid like this because you got in your pride and you can't handle your feelings hurts everybody, not just one person.
Anybody.
And you're hurting yourself because you're stupid.
Yeah, I'm saying I wouldn't. Here's what I wouldn't do. I would not get on there and tell a lie like that, you know, and make other people speak on it because then, you know, hey man, that's very dishonorable.
Well, Crack Kelly ain't got no honor, Boston. You know what? People with honor, they take care of their responsibilities. They don't lie. They don't make up shit when they lose, and they pay their debts.
That's true.
That's what honor and integrity is. You can't show up in the street like he did and do what he done. Don't pay money. Don't do this. Cry, bitch, and whine. Play by different sets of rules, and then get on the internet and tell everybody that he's the one that got cheated and call yourself a man of character and integrity.
Right. You know, and the rest of the NOLA team ain't doing it. You know, it was
Kyle. No, because they're like, what the fuck? They go, you know, why we going to be in the middle of this? This is some bullshit. Everybody agreed. All the teams. Every team.
Right. All right, well, we're going to jump off here, Mary Beth. Much respect, and we're going to get it on again.
All right, see you, boss.
All right. All right, y'all. You know, that's Mary Beth. Some love her, some hate her, some like her. You know, one thing about her, she crazy. She don't belong in no office, and I wouldn't let her be a school teacher. But now, if you trying the street race, she love the street race, and she crazy as a bat. She going to keep you entertained. She going to tell you what she thinks and what she believes in. You know, with that being said, that's the only reason I'm here wasting my time even entertaining what Nola done. Because I'm the kind of man I don't even trip on. I don't even entertain it. I could care less, you know. But for the racers, as a race master and JJ the boss, you know, the racers are calling me saying that, hey, this is disrespectful. This is dishonorable. Nola's, or not Nola, Crybaby and Scott are telling the fans a pack of lies. And we don't want to treat the fans like that. And hey, with that being said, you know, I'm a simple man myself. I respect that more than anything, cause I respect that the racers respect the fans. Cause a lot of I felt like before I got involved in this, the racers, they thought they was better than everybody, and they thought they was like they was God or something. They wouldn't even talk to normal people. And then I feel like, you know, the Lord blessed me. I did turn that around by being a regular, just a simple, average man and being me. Then the other fans seen, you know, that, hey, these other guys, they got to be normal too, just like JJ. Then these other guys started being normal, you know, just, you know, hey, they can't get away with that. And with that being said, hey, I respect the racers because they are standing up for the fans. They don't want the fans misled. They don't want the fans to believe a pack of lies and make themselves out to be idiots. That's the only reason I'm clearing this up and keeping it 100. With that being said, I ain't tripping on nobody. I don't got no problem with nobody. But at the end of the day, you got to keep it gangster. And here's what I'm going to say. I was took by surprise. When I say Nola, I'm going to back up. It ain't Nola. It's Crybaby Kelly, in which he been crying for 100 years before I come in the picture. And Scott Taylor did get on there and tell a bold-faced lie, say I made him line his cars up and all that old stuff, and there was no such thing. How I make you do anything? The rules the rules applied for everybody on each race. And with that being said, every time Nola raced somebody, the rules that was for that team, just like they was for Nola, they never got changed. And they never said anything because they won. But they got this old little trick game. They'll go over and talk to the team, or they won't. You know what I'm saying? Crybaby him will go over there and talk to the team. Oh man, let's don't do this, let's don't do that, da 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 da. And then the team, all right, it's gonna be right. Then they gonna be the first one to jump them. Then if they don't jump them, then they gonna turn around and say they did. But hey man, that's out the window. With that being said, I got one more person that I'm gonna call in the next hour, and then I'm gonna tell the ultimate inside information. Even the bad guy sometime might do a good guy thing. And when y'all gonna want to hear this, I promise you, you're gonna want to hear it. Much love. I'm gonna see y'all in an hour.